Hello and welcome to another video by Day Night Gaming. In this video I'll be showcasing the reason why I like playing Paladin. Alright, so here we are at the final boss fighting against Lugus in the Grand Cosmos. So I'm going to pull over a little bit to the right and I'm going to fight right side orientated. Now the reason why I pulled a little bit to the right is because I wanted to use body language to show my party members the direction that I'm going to be fighting without having to spend time typing it out in chat. So as you can see, when he uses Scorching Left, that means he's going to attack from his left side and you want to be on his right side. And vice versa if going with the Scorching Right. So in order to avoid confusion, as the main tank, I like to... Alright, here we go. Healer's down. Okay, since we don't have a red mage or a summoner in the party, there's no current way to resurrect our healer. So as a paladin, I need to take over the healing duties for the whole group while simultaneously tanking the monster. It's very important to note that because the paladin's mitigation is so high that it's still possible to main heals as a paladin. We just gotta watch our MP and make decisions. Always prioritize healing yourself over the DPS when short on mana. When you have an excess of mana, it's okay to keep the DPS topped off because the potency of Clemency is so strong that 1 or 2 heals should keep them at full. So at this point in time, we've stabilized the party. Hopefully everyone has enough HP to survive this incoming mechanics phase. The good thing is, even though we have extremely low mana, the boss will not be attacking at this time, which is great for the Rampart cooldown to regenerate, because since we're the main tank and the healer at the same time, the uptime of our defensive cooldowns are extremely important, and we want to make sure we manage them, that we keep them rotated when we're under fire to minimize every point of damage that we intake. Now if you look at the boss's debuff tray, you'll notice that I do not have a dot up. Even though Goring Blade is an extremely potent attack, we need to throw the Paladin Rotation Handbook out the window because our number one priority is mana, and currently right now our MP is extremely low. So we're going to focus on going into Royal Authority and then spamming our 3 atonements, because each atonement is going to give us 400 MP. So from here on out we're only going to use Goring Blade when we have an abundant amount of MP, regardless if we're using Fight or Flight or not. Remember, MP is our number one priority because it is the lifeline of our whole group. Now it's important to note that most bosses are carefully constructed to produce a constant flow of predictable damage with a majority of their attacks, but they occasionally will spike their damage with tank busters. So as a tank, you need to make sure to watch the enemy cast bar so you know what kind of incoming attack they'll be doing. And as long as it's not a tank buster, generally speaking, you as the paladin should not be worried until your life drops below 50%. So you do want to try to make sure to keep your DPS threshold high enough that they can survive a battlefield-wide AoE, because most high-level bosses in the game will have undodgeable, unpreventable battlefield-wide AoEs. So for this boss specifically, the tank buster that we need to keep an eye out for is called Captive Bolt. And if possible, as long as our own HP is manageable, we want to attempt to keep at least 50 in our Shield Oath gauge, so that when he does use Captive Bolt, we can activate Sheltron and mitigate as much of that as possible. Alright, everyone's HP looks pretty good. Alright, so here's the incoming Captive Bolt that we've been waiting for. So we're going to double up on our defensive cooldowns and use Reprisal as well as Sheltron. So as you can see, since we doubled up on our defensive cooldowns, we were able to mitigate enough damage that we only got hit for about 50% of our HP, which means that the boss's auto attacks will be easily manageable for the next few seconds and we can get our HP back up. So right here the boss is using Culling Blade, which is a battlefield-wide AoE, which means that the DPS is probably going to get hit and brought down to around 20 or 30% of their HP. Now it's very important to note that Clemency takes 2000 MP, so you always have to keep that in mind when choosing the recipients of your heals. Also take note that Clemency does interrupt combos, so try not to use Clemency in between Fast Blade and Royal Authority unless it's an emergency. But after you get Royal Authority, take note that your atonements aren't actually a combo. Every time you use an atonement, it expends a charge from your Sword Oath. So after landing a Royal Authority, you can use Clemency in between each of your atonements and not have to worry about any combo being broken. Alright, MP's pretty good. Oh, here we go. Incoming Captive Bolt again. Double up on defensive cooldowns. In between this cast timer, we can heal one of our DPS up. And now we can top everyone off. As long as we play it safe, we should be okay. Dodge the targeted AoEs. So far so good, so let's try and get our MP up. Looks like we're stabilized at this point. Everyone dodged, okay, we're good. Okay, incoming Culling Blade. Once again, that's a battlefield-wide AoE. Luckily, our MP is actually in a nice area. And I know for sure that I have enough to at least heal each of us once. Okay, our limit break is full and the boss is getting low. Hopefully our melee DPS uses the limit break, which should kill the boss. And even if it doesn't, it should bring it down low enough that it's almost dead. Alright, there we go. He used it. Let's see how much damage it did. Alright, okay, cool. Looks like he's down to, what is that, 2%? Alright, we're home free at this point. Whew. Alright, there we go. See, that's what I'm talking about. I love playing Paladin. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please consider smashing that thumbs up button. Hit that subscribe and ring that bell for notifications on future videos that I might be posting. And until next time, take care. Goodbye.